everybody, Lobotomized Logan here, and truth be told, I am mixed on Tears of the Kingdom. It's a fun game, yes, but it was incredibly frustrating at first. I was going to name this video, Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is too much freedom, a detriment. Then I realized I am simply foolish and dumb, like the lobotomi I am. I was thinking inside of the box, and when I realized I can turn the game's rules against itself and do as I please, I started having a ton of fun with the game. I was about 5 to 8 hours in before it really clicked with me. All the powers, all of the abilities you can have, the stuff you can do in this game is crazy. All of the puzzles can be solved in a myriad of different ways. And while I appreciate the freedom, sometimes the shrines and dungeons are super unclear on what to do, which I get is an intentional design decision, but it makes it nonetheless frustrating when I'm trying to stack steel balls on each other and get them to hit a spot I need them to, or when I'm exploring the depths and there's a rock wall in my way, but oops, no bomb flowers or clubs. I gotta leave and come back later and find something else to do. It's just unbalanced, and it kind of annoys me. And this might just be me. I'm probably not the exact target audience. I've never been a fan of very big puzzle games. I've always been more into action RPGs. And while this game has elements of it, first and foremost, Zelda games are puzzle action games. But other than Breath of the Wild and other Zelda games, I've never really been a fan of the genre, which is probably the least of my complaints, as it's still a good game, but my major gripe overall is the lack of balance in the early game. Everything one-taps you, unless you go in the order they want you to. It says it's like, go anywhere, anytime you want, but I swear they're pushing you in a certain direction. I tried doing Zora's Domain first, and I thought everything was well and good until I kept getting one hit by the Zonai robots, which really sucked because in Breath of the Wild, it didn't have difficulty like that. You can bounce between any of the divine beasts, and they were all comparable in difficulty. Yet this game almost seems to push you in a certain direction. But I'm also not finished with the game, so take my words with a grain of salt. This is a review in progress. So, what do I like about the game? The combat is solid. It's enhanced by the fusion system, which means you can give your weapons unique attributes by merging it with other weapons or materials you find in the overworld. But it's sadly held up by the fact the durability system makes a return from Breath of the Wild, which is kind of detrimental, as would like to use these weapons for more than all of 5 to 6 hits or just one really difficult battle. Overall, my complaints from Breath of the Wild's durability still stand because they're basically the same. But the main thing that has really been changing my mind about Tears of the Kingdom has been the environments. I love the depths. They're like, it's such a nice location. I don't know what it is about the greens, the neon blues, and the red and blacks, but it is such a fun environment to explore. And I'm only very surface level with the exploration on this. I just found out about the depths like 2 sessions ago, so maybe like an hour or two of gameplay, and I haven't even seen any of the memories or anything like that, so I'm very excited to see how the depths play out, and I'm sure it's going to end up being one of my favorite Zelda environments of all time. I really hope this gets explored in Age of Imprisonment. But the final thing you may be asking, or may not be asking about, is why did I wait 2 years before making this video or playing Tears of the Kingdom? And there's two main reasons to that. The first main reason is that I knew the game was going to get a Switch 2 version, and it didn't run all too well on the original Switch. I've heard it had massive frame dips, and it ran at a maximum of 900p, 1600 by 900 at 30 frames per second on the Switch 1 with dips. So I knew they were going to make a upgraded version, and I knew it was going to run better. How much better? I couldn't anticipate, but 1440p 60 while docked is a much needed improvement. It is very nice to play the game at this resolution on my 4K Samsung. The second and main reason why I bought Tears of the Kingdom and decided to play it now is because of Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. I love Warriors games with a passion, and Hyrule Warriors is no different. And while I would prefer a true sequel to the fan service that was Hyrule Warriors with the handheld and Capcom games, Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment still has me hyped, and was ultimately what convinced me to buy and play through Tears of the Kingdom sooner than later. But that has just been some quick impressions from someone who has not played Tears of the Kingdom at launch and someone who's just getting through it now. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe. Lobotomized Logan out. I'll see y'all next time.